Hi, I'm Ross Jolly. I'm the founder of Aberdeen Young Professionals. We set the committee up back in 2009, and tonight I've got a panel of recruitment experts who are going to be looking at the skills shortages that are affecting the North Sea at the moment.
I'm Graham Skinner, I'm the Secretary of Aberdeen Young Professionals. Hopefully this evening we'll be having a discussion about the skills gap within the oil and gas industry. I'll be hoping to bring forward points about the number of valuable young professionals who are in the industry just waiting for a chance to get that experience with the companies and develop their career.
My name is Alistair Reid. I'm here as Business Development Officer for the AYP. I'm on the panel as well to discuss the skills gap within the oil and gas industry within Aberdeen.
As we are the best in the world now, we remain the best in the world for the next decades ahead in all the many aspects of this great industry. And in turn, in 30 or 40 years' time, you will be passing on your knowledge and experience as the leaders of this industry to your children and their friends, and thereby seeing Scotland retaining its reputation and its role in the world for honesty, hard work, thrift, determination, drive, success, honesty, achievement, and reward. So thank you very much indeed for listening to me.
I just wondered, Fergus and the rest of the panel, if you saw any value in teaching our primary school and early secondary school children about the basics of the oil and gas industry.
The stereotype is boiler suits, dungarees, offshore, spanners, away from home, a month at a time. The reality is 90% of the jobs are onshore. I'm pleased to say that there are some efforts being made, and I'm probably not aware of all the efforts, but let me give you one example. FMC Technologies, that is obviously one of the world leaders in subsea technologies in designing and manufacturing of trees, for example. They operate in Dunfermline and in Bells Hill. They have an arrangement with Dunfermline Academy that I think it's for S5 and or S6 for 2 courses, one of which is in project management, and that will be available for final year students at school. And I thought, what a terrific idea.
Our challenge is very much about people getting offshore and getting that experience a lot of the time, that until they get that first trip, and companies don't want people until they've got real experience. So how do we close that gap?
A lot of the interviews that are conducted with ourselves, we're looking at, if you've got the interview with us, technically you're capable, but we're also looking at things like personality, attitude, cultural fit in the organisation. We're not looking for a group of yes men. I mean, if anything, my advice to my hiring managers is that we're not looking for duplicates of you. Yeah. We're looking for people to kind of really challenge the norm.
You have to look at all aspects of it, whether it's going back to your university careers people that helped me a lot when I was at RGU for things like interview skills, or whether it's building up your personal network and just persevering. I think that's ultimately the thing. It's hard work, keep at it, and you will get there. But of course, we're all trying to make it easier along the way as well for you.
We've spoken a lot today about Aberdeen being a bubble, and we didn't really get hit by the recession, etc. And we've spoken a lot about engineers and the 40 grand, 50 grand plus salaries. But are we going to be a victim of our own success in that we're not going to be able to attract people to Aberdeen because they can't afford to live here?
This forum tonight is not about just attract. It's attract, develop, and retain. Let's take ownership of this, and we look at our retention strategies. Part of it is financial, and as Jess said, we look at retention bonuses. We all do. We do it across the industry. But it's not just about retention. It's about what are we actually offering these people.
We're not very good at selling ourselves. I mean, we do live in a bubble up here. We didn't, as I said earlier, we didn't really get hit with the global recession. There's more Range Rovers driving about in this town than anywhere else probably in the UK. But people still don't really realise what a great life they can actually have living here.
If we collaborate more together within the industry, then we can only make further steps ahead. So thank you very much for being part of this evening. I have a few words of thanks to put out there. First of all, thank you to Keltec People and Kintec Recruitment for their sponsorship. Thank you to the Copthorne Hotel for having us here tonight. Thank you to the AYP Committee who organised this event for you and made sure that it stayed a free-to-attend event. Thank you to MB Productions for their assistance with all the AV for tonight. And thank you, delegates, for attending. You know, that this discussion series is run with you in mind, and we really hope that you've got a lot out of tonight, a lot of food for thought.